Hi everybody, this is Terry from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. This is video 2 in our BeeBeeCraft series for September-October. In video 1 we did the unboxing, and now in video 2 we're going to work with our flower press. I've never done this before. I had to have a friend tell me how to do it, so if you don't know how to do it, don't feel bad. I've got these flowers from outside. They're not my flowers. I kind of borrowed the flowers. They're still damp with dew, which I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but I shook them off carefully. So now we've got these 2 pieces of wood. We're going to need some pieces of paper, and then we've got our hardware to put our press together. So what I'm going to do is I've got 1, 2 sheets of typing paper, and I'm going to trace around the, and it doesn't matter, you know, how dark you trace it or whatever, because it doesn't matter if you see the lines. Okay, and then we're only going to be able to do 2. Let's do the 2 corners. Actually, it's silly for me to do the length, isn't it? I'm going to do 1 here. That'll give us 8. We may have to cut some more. And with this one, we really only need the height. We need these to layer in between the flowers to absorb the liquid from the flowers, not just the liquid that's on the flowers. So this flower press is basically a flower dryer, and it dries your flowers out and presses them flat. So we're going to do this part of the video now, then we're going to come back in a few days and we're going to undo the press and see what our flowers look like. So I'm going to record this video, and then I'm going to stop the video, and then I'm going to record another video when we come back, and then I'll put them together into one big video, and you won't even know that it's been a few days. I will, though. I'm going to have to resist the temptation of checking on them. I don't know how many days, but I've only got till Saturday, and it's Saturday, so Friday looks like the magic day. Okay, so we've got these. We've got this bottom one. We're going to put a piece of paper down. And we can't cover it because we can't cover the holes because then we can't put the screws through. So I'm going to do mine this way. You can just cut the corners off. And then you put a flower. And then you put another piece of paper. Not really sure how that works. And another flower. I may have to, let's just try the pencil drawing. And then the third flower. And another piece of paper. Now these are long. This one I should be able to get on here. We'll get this one on here. This is lavender. lavender. I think we can get 2 on this paper if we can get them to stay on. And 1 more piece of paper. I have to kind of smush them a little bit just to get them to lay. I can already see one mistake. Well, boy, these smell good, these purple ones. Oh, look, and there's a little critter. Apparently was living in there and was not happy with us. The reason I said possibly a mistake is because we have to put these screws through from the bottom. So we should have done that first. So we've got 4 screws and 4 wing nuts. I guess you can see where this is going. So we need to put a screw through each hole. Trying to not lift it up high enough that any of the others come out. I'm so worried about the flowers, but we're getting ready to squish them anyway. Okay. Now we put the top piece of wood on. And then the paper is going to absorb, so you want to make sure that your flower is all the way on the paper. Okay, and then we're going to take the 4 wing nuts and put them on here. That looks a little crooked. I had it on there. I'm just going to get it enough to where I can let my hand go. And I'm going to do the opposite. Isn't that funny that I'm having better luck with my left hand than I am with my right? If you have to, you might have to hold the screw so that it doesn't just turn. Okay. Apparently left-handed is the way to go. And then we're going to put this one on, then we're going to start tightening them all down. Apparently the lavender has these little teeny critters that live in there. Hopefully we're going to squish them too. Sounds kind of cruel, I know. Okay, now we're just going to start tightening them down. You don't want to crack your balsa wood, so you don't really want to crank down on any one at a time. You do want to get them as tight as they're going to go. Squish the flowers as flat as you can. That's the whole point. So I'm hoping that when these flowers come out, they'll be nice and dry and flat. Maybe we can take pieces of the little purple flowers, the lavender, make some wax seals with them. That would be pretty. And I'm not sure what to do with the peonies. I think they're peonies. Sorry, Oz. So we're just gonna keep tightening this down. So you just keep tightening it down until it's as tight as it can go, and it has squished the flowers as flat as it can between the papers. And then you leave it for a few days, and then I'm going to continue tightening these down, but you don't need to watch me do that on camera. Well, you know what? Let's see if I can get it done. So I want to show you how thin we can get it. Flowers are not hard, so we should be able to get this squished down pretty far. The lavender does have some stems. You can see by turning the paper diagonal, I've got some corners that are going to go down farther than the others. Just maybe not. We want to get them as tight as we can. Now the images on the packaging showed children doing this. So I'm assuming if it's easy enough for a child to do, ha ha ha, wink wink, then it's easy enough for me to do. Be tightening this down. It's going to be like a sandwich. Which reminds me that I'm hungry. I think I'm going to have some ramen. Oh, I do have stuff for a salad. Just came fresh today from Amazon groceries. I live close enough to an Amazon distribution center that I can get fresh groceries. I got some lettuce and tomato and all kinds of good stuff. Wow, this really goes down. I mean, this really squishes them. I mean, some of them are almost completely together. I think that one's almost as far as we can squish it. Because it's just balsa wood, so we don't want to break it. So it's now this thin, almost completely together. In fact, these two corners are completely together. and so are those two. So they can't be, here we go, can't be tightened down any further. This one can. That one was turning, that's why it was not tightening down. You might want to hold your finger on it once you get down to the nitty-gritty. Okay, now that's as tight as it's going to go. It's as flat as a pancake. And we're going to leave it until Friday. This is Saturday. We're going to leave it till Friday. Let the paper get a chance to absorb. I'm wondering if we're going to get a print on the paper as well. You know, we might. That would be pretty cool as well. We could use that. And so for those flowers, we used 6 pieces of paper. Or 1, 2, 3 for 7 flowers. Let's make it 6 because we put 2 on the same page. And we'll have to see if anything slid around or got smushed, you know, flat the wrong way or anything. Okay, well that's going to be it for this video. And I'll see you in the other half of this video. And that will be just 1 second from now for you. But it's going to be a whole week for me. Okay, I'll see you in just 1 second. Okay, well it's been 4 days, 5 days since we put our flowers in our flower press. If you remember correctly, we put the flowers in our piece of paper, then the flowers, piece of paper, flowers, piece of paper, flowers, etc., etc. Then we clamped it down tight to squish all the moisture out but preserve the color of the flowers. So let's take it apart and see what happened. Maybe I didn't leave it long enough. We'll find out. I think I'm just going to open this far enough to slide them out. I don't think I'm going to take it all the way apart. Then I can just tighten the screws down and save it without missing anything. This one doesn't want to spin, does it? There we go. You have to hold down on the corner. That was just a big boom outside. I have no idea what that was. The other day there was a big boom and my power went out for a second, came back on just enough to crash my computer. Well, looks like we're going to have to undo it. I have blue on my fingernail. I was eating blueberries this morning and a piece of the blueberry skin laid on my finger for a little while. Next thing you know, I'm the color of a blueberry. Just like that girl on Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Let's see if our lavender stayed. Let's see now. Oh, you know what the problem is? We put them in diagonal, so we're going to have to take one corner off all the way. At least. Yeah, I'm going to take the screw out. There we go. And we'll open this up and we should be able to slide everybody out. Okay, well they look squished, that's for sure. We don't want to lose any of these wing nuts. So we'll put this back together. I guess I should wait and see and open the first one. Oh wow, look at that. We didn't get an imprint. All we got was a squished part. But look at the flower. Look at that. Still feels a little moist though. Wonder if I can just finish drying it like that. Oh, look at these. Wow. Wow, and they just showed little kids playing with these. Why? Why? You could probably make a bigger one if you wanted, or you could look on BeeBeeCraft. They might have a bigger one. This was just the first one that I saw. Okay, that one didn't turn out as well. It got smushed, and where the petals overlapped, can you see that it turned dark? Wonder what the other side, yeah. So the other ones are probably going to be the same. Oh no, this one turned out pretty well. They still feel moist to me. I almost feel like I should put them back together. You can see the moisture here. Oh, that one turned out nice. They smell so good. So it was these that smelled so good. Let's see if we can get it off of here. Yeah, that means it's still moist when it kind of sticks like that. So what I would do in normal circumstances is I would cut some more papers and repress the flowers. See, this one came apart. Unfortunately, the stem stuck too much. So there's probably better and worse types of flowers to use, but this still looks moist to me. And I think these could dry out some more as well. But this shows you how it works. And it works really well as far as flattening the flowers out. It really does. It smushes them out. You could probably rescue that by gluing the petals one at a time. And you can see where the moisture came out all the way around. It's kind of hard to see on camera probably, but you can see the whole shape of the leaf where the moisture was coming out. And I just don't think I left it long enough. So I may put the flowers back in and retighten it down. And then we'll see in some other video. I don't know what video, but some other video. Let's put our flowers in here where you can see them. You see them against the brown? Let's see. I'm trying to figure out where to pick it up. So there's our two purple ones. Here's our two red ones. These didn't keep their bright color like I thought they would. They're still pretty floppy too, so I don't think they're quite dry. So I think I want to put them back in. These smell really well, but they don't look very good, so I'm not going to put those back in, but I'm definitely going to put the purple ones back in. Get some of these papers that aren't as bad. This one and this one and this one. And see, so I'm going to kind of call these not a success because they didn't keep their bright color. You can see they look pretty dead, even though they're flattened out pretty good. Now the dark color, once they're all completely dark, might be a pretty color. So maybe I will re-include that one. This one's pretty smushed, but it did stay together. So maybe I'll re-squish that one too. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put them back in and continue to dry them. This one fell apart. And then see what happens in another few days. I don't think I left them together long enough. I didn't realize how long it was going to take. That's a long time for just a few flowers. I think I would make a bigger one. But you know, for 2 or 3 flowers that you know ahead of time that you're going to need for a project 2 weeks in the future, then I think this is a great option for you. And also, truly for your kids so they can see what happens and how to dry flowers to use in their arts and crafts projects. Okay, well that's it for this video for BeeBeeCraft, and we've got one more video and we'll do some work and play around with some of the other stuff that I got in the unboxing. And I will see you then. That'll be a week from today on a Saturday. And so that'll be the next video, and I'll see you in that video, and that will be just a second for you, actually a week for you, but a second for me because I'll start recording it forthwith. Bye.